Okay, so today I'm going to be talking about how I got into design school. So specifically, I attend Ryerson School of Interior Design, and basically what that entails is I get to design interiors. So in this video, I'm going to go over my high school portfolio and the processes I took to help develop what I thought interior design was. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so this was my high school portfolio. This portfolio piece is actually my brother's. I stole it from him when I was doing mine. Never really gave it back. What am I doing? What is this? Okay. So applying for design school, I came straight out of high school, and this was extremely intimidating for me because I've never actually prepared a portfolio before that. And throughout my high school years, I was never really focused that much on visual arts or any sort of creative, anything that explored too much of my creativity, so it was kind of difficult to come up with my pieces. Anyways, I got some help from a portfolio tutor and I got started. I started the summer before grade 12 started, and this was a very stressful time in the school year because school was just starting again and things were starting to pick up like really fast. Grade 12 was a crazy year. Anyways, I started picking up my pencils and pens. I started drawing a bit. If you know me at all, I'm not much of a drawer. I like to make things more and do stuff with my hands. So my first piece is a piece I made in grade 11. This was just on my own accord. I don't know, just seemed like a fun thing to do at the time. I made my parents a Christmas card, which is like this. And it's a pop-up Christmas card. The lights, there's a switch on the side. The lights used to turn on, battery ran out, so. And underneath there's also kind of like a battery compartment as well as speakers for an iPod shuffle or something, which I normally plugged into, but I took it out because I wasn't using it. So that's my first piece. Now the next couple of pieces kind of overlapped just because they were kind of done at the same time, so I don't have an exact order for them, but the second one is going to be a drawing that I also started in the summer. Are you ready? It's me! This drawing took me, I think it was 2 or 3 months on and off. It's done out of graphite. I referenced from a picture as well as using a grid on it. This was really time consuming because it was such a big piece. When I started my portfolio tutor said that it would be better to start focusing on some larger scale pieces, so that's something I tried out. Next one is an ink drawing of what my room used to look like. This one also took a while. This one, I don't think I finished until like February. I referenced from a picture, but I didn't use a grid, so most of this perspective was done by eye. I'm not very good at drawing perspectives, so you can tell that that wasn't very detailed, but something I put in my portfolio anyways. I was never really a big fan of painting or pencil crayons or coloring. Crayons and coloring were not my thing. I tried painting that year in grade 12. I did a couple, so this is one of them. Technically my first real try at painting something somewhat realistic. This one also used a grid. It's not actually that good. My second painting. This one is also not that good. Even though I'm going into design, I'm more of a function over form kind of person. So the next piece is actually in 2 parts. It's one like this and one like this. So these 2 were actually done towards the end of the year. I don't think I put them in most of my portfolios that I submitted because some of the submissions were in February, March, and April. I didn't get that done until like late April, but that was also done with my class. I took visual arts in grade 12, as well as the 2 paintings. So those were most of my pieces. I also had my own design test that I had to do for the final submission, which was this. It looked like this or something. Basically, this design test was to redesign an entrance to a building that you pass by a lot. And I decided to do one near a subway station, so I made a model of it looking something like this. This book also had a lot of process in it. It took a long time. The recommended time limit they gave us was 6 hours. I took closer to like 52 or something. Finished off with this. Back then I didn't even know how to use like Photoshop or InDesign, so this was all done on Microsoft Word, and pictures were not touched up after, so they don't look very nice. So prepping for your portfolio, it's kind of a big task to start doing it for the first time because it's pretty brand new and it's kind of a new, unique way of compiling your work together. So a few tips for putting your portfolio together. When you're compiling your work, you should always look at what you're most proud of, because this in the end will be what you want to do when you get through to whatever higher studies. A compilation of a portfolio can be composed of many different things, and over the years you may have gathered a lot of pieces that you might want to put in, but just keep in mind that you don't really want to overflow your portfolio because you want to put your best work forward. So what I mean by this is you don't want to put all your work forward because some of that might not be very good, and especially if that was a piece when you were developing that skill, then maybe leave it out. One thing that all universities look for in your work is process. If you can explain your work and why you decided to do something one way or the other, as long as you can back it up and support it, then your decision should hold. Going into university, I didn't really know all of this, so I had to pick it up in my first year. Things moved really fast. But being able to show your process will definitely grant you way more marks because you can explain where that feeling came from or where an emotion came from that made you choose this decision that you decided to go with, and that just makes your design a lot stronger. Alright, so that was it for today's video. Let me know if you guys have any thoughts or ideas about this in the comments down below. Share your experiences of how your portfolio submission went. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.